Hey, Social Psych. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about the Sato 1975 study about helping in situations that are public versus anonymous. So participants were women. This was at a women's college. And when they showed up for the study, they were brought into the experiment room. There was a desk and a table and a shelf and, a typical experiment room. And they were immediately given the independent variable. The experimenter either said, I will be in the room behind you, monitoring your session through the one-way mirror. You guys know what a one-way mirror is, right? You can't, all you see is the mirror, but on the other side they can see you. So that's the independent variable public, that the participants are being monitored, they're being watched. Or there was a curtain and it was completely closed and there was no one-way mirror. So the experimenter said, I will not be monitoring your session. So that's the anonymous session. And then they were told, all of the instructions for the experiment are here on this tape recorder, and a tape recorder is old school technology. It's kind of like your phone where you can voice record stuff. Well, this was what we used back in the day, and we barely had electricity, and I don't know how we survived. But anyway, the instructions were on the tape recorder, and there was a packet of questionnaires and stuff for them to work on, take about a half an hour, something like that. And so the instructions on the front of the packet says, please do not begin until you've been instructed to do so. So the experimenter says, when you're ready, hit play on the tape recorder, it will tell you what to do. And the experimenter leaves the room, shuts the door, and that's it. So they hit play on the tape recorder, and the voice comes on. Thank you for participating. We would like you to start by filling out the questionnaire packet that's in front of you. When you're ready to begin the packet, please press stop. When you have completed the packet, please press play, which is very difficult to say all of that all at once. So beep, stop. So they hit stop, and then it takes half an hour, and they fill out all the questionnaires. And they get to the end of the packet, and it says, please press play. I'm not recording this again. This is the fourth time. Please press play in order to get further instructions. So they hit play on the tape recorder, and the voice comes back and says, thank you very much for participating. As a token of our appreciation for your participation, please open the top right drawer of the desk at which you are seated, and you will find a white envelope in there. So they open the drawer. Yep, there's an envelope. There it is. So they take the envelope, and there's a small amount of money, like, I don't know, $1.27, something like that. This was so that everybody had the same amount of money. So you couldn't have that confounding variable. Some people had money, some people didn't. So we want to thank you for your participation. Please take this as a token of our appreciation. We would also like to remind you of the ongoing donation drive for our Graduate Student Emergency Fund. This is for our graduate students in our department, your TAs in your classes who sometimes run into trouble financially, and this helps them if like their house catches on fire or something like that. And on the shelf over near the door is this big jar, and there actually was this graduate student fund in the department, right? So this big jar, big glass jar, it said graduate student fund on it, and there was enough money in the jar that if you put money in or not, you couldn't tell, like $47.36 or something like that, right? So you couldn't tell. So now participants all had the same amount of money, and that was the dependent variable. How much did they help? How much money did they put in the jar? So they either put some money in or not, and then off they go and they live their lives. And after each experiment session finished, the experimenter went back into the room, dumped out the jar, counted out $47.33 or whatever it was, and then whatever the amount extra was the amount that participant had donated. It was genius, right? It was genius. And again, they were either being watched by the experimenter or not. What happened? Scroll down, you'll find out. Bye.